Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hidden Video Game Details. This series that aims to show you things that you may not have known about your favourite games so that you can look really clever in front of your dog. In today's episode we try to cheat at dominos in Far Cry 6, we get stuck in a car in Watch Dogs, and we attend a parrot party in Minecraft. As always, if you think you know of a hidden video game detail that I'm yet to cover, then the best places to let me know are in the comment section or on my social media accounts, the links to which are in the description. Oh, and leaving a like on any of my videos lets me know that you enjoy my content. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. So, one of my all-time favourite video game details is the way that Wei Shen exits a car in Sleeping Dogs if both doors are blocked. Well, this really cool detail got me thinking. How do other games solve the problem of being stuck in a car? First up is 2014's Watch Dogs 1, a game that, despite being noticeably worse looking when compared to its E3 showing, was technically still pretty impressive. Well, here is what happens if you find yourself trapped in a car in Watch Dogs. Okay, so it's not as badass as Wei Shen's windscreen smashing antics, but it is still a pretty nifty exit. Next up is Just Cause 4, a game known for its high-flying stunts and explosive action. So surely a blocked car should be no trouble for the famous Rico Rodriguez, right? Well, let's take a look. So much like Aiden Pierce, Rico climbs through the window and onto the roof. Now, to some, this detail may be pretty small, and well it is, but I still love it. Oh, and just as a reminder, here is how you exit a blocked car in Grand Theft Auto 5. So in GTA 5 you teleport out of the car to a nearby road. Of course, this doesn't make GTA 5 a worse game than Just Cause 4 or Watch Dogs 1. I mean, to think that would be silly. But it does show how rare it is for games to have an animation designed specifically for getting out of a blocked car. Next up is Far Cry 6, with a detail that I love. So in Far Cry 6, you can take a break from near death and explosions and take part in a game of dominos. The deceptively simple game takes place between 4 people sitting at a table, with hiding your dominoes from your opponent being a key part of the game. Well, like a lot of games released nowadays, Far Cry 6 has a photo mode, and if you fancy yourself as a bit of a cheater, you can enter photo mode to try and sneak a peek at your opponent's dominoes. Well, you could try, but Ubisoft obviously has a low opinion of its fanbase, as if you do try to take a look, all of the opponent's dominoes are blank, with your dominoes being the only ones with dots on them. It's pretty cool that Ubisoft thought this far ahead. So in my last Easter eggs video, I said that I was pretty disappointed with the amount of Easter eggs in Back 4 Blood. But on the other hand, I've been pleasantly surprised with some of the cool details I've found whilst playing. First up is a detail that can be seen when equipping the Combat Knife card. This card replaces your regular melee attack with a knife, allowing you to one-hit kill zombies. Well, here is the knife that most of the cleaners use. And here is the quote-unquote knife that Doc uses. So instead of a regular knife, Doc will use a scalpel, because, you know, she's a doctor. It's a really nice touch. Next up is a detail that I spent way too long messing around with. During the Hells Bells mission, you come across a truck that has shed its load, and when you step on the truck's precious cargo, this will happen. So the truck was transporting squeaky turtle toys that squeak whenever you or your teammates step on them. As I said, I spent way too long stepping on these squeaky turtles. The final detail I've spotted whilst playing is probably my favourite Back 4 Blood detail so far. Yes, I like it even more than the squeaky turtles. Now, during the Back 4 Blood beta, a bug was found that would cause players who used a particular ladder to die.
Also, okay, this ladder is AIDS, so no matter what happens to you, just know it wasn't your fault.
I think we could just run down it. Be
careful, you might have just died. Ladder. He's not really careful. Oh, Corey figured it out.
What did fucking Corey do?
So I think you want to look at it and press it.
Now of course, this was fixed when the full game released, but the devs wanted to make sure that the killer ladder got the respect it deserved. If you approach the ladder as Mum, she will say this.
I'd watch that ladder if I were you. Wouldn't be the first cleaner we lost on.
So not only does the nearby graffiti sort of tell you the story of the ladder, but Mum even says that plenty of cleaners have died when climbing the ladder before. I love it when developers can make a joke at their own expense. So a few episodes back, we featured some of the kinda secret callouts spoken by the legends in Apex Legends. Well, as usual, you guys have suggested a couple more that I missed, with both of these pieces of hidden dialogue being spoken by Octane. First up, if you ping a backpack, Octane will say this.
Backpack here, level 1. Don't worry, it won't slow you down.
And if you ping the fast-firing R99 SMG, he will say this.
R99 here. She's fast like me.
Now, I'm pretty sure that's all of the callouts from Apex Legends, but I would love to be proved wrong. So if you know of any more that haven't featured in previous episodes, then please let me know. So recently we've been covering various details from some of the older Spider-Man games, with Spidey's reaction to swear words being a particular favourite of mine. Well, today's Spider-Man detail can be found in 2004's Spider-Man 2 for the GameCube. At the beginning of the game, you take part in a tutorial that is once again voiced by Evil Dead actor Bruce Campbell. Bruce will go over the basics like walking, running and swinging. Well, if you choose to walk everywhere and ignore your superhuman spider-like abilities, Bruce will say this.
Okay, hold up. Last time I checked, you were still Spider-Man. You know, fancy outfit, fights crime while swinging from building to building. So where's the swinging? If you're just gonna run everywhere, then I'm gonna be forced to say hurtful things that I'll regret later, and neither of us want them. So just swing. It takes some practice, but I'm sure you can do it. Eventually, with time and help. Move already! Whoa, hang on. Stop the music. Cut. Okay, you and me, we need to have some words. The swinging. What? You don't like it? You think you're too good for it? Maybe like not good enough, right? Is it the pressure? You got a little performance anxiety going on? Well, that's all right. Now, personally, I don't know anything about that, but I've heard it's rough. Anyway, let's ease up on you for a little bit. Just slow everything down, take away the pressure. Just breathe. Just get to class in your own good time, okay? But you really gotta swing. Practice, read the stuff in the box down there in the corner, and everything will be okay. Okay? Okay.
The other retro game to feature in today's video is jet ski racing game Splashdown. Released in 2001 for the PS2 and in 2002 for the Xbox, Splashdown actually received pretty good reviews when it released, though if I'm honest, I'd never actually heard of it until recently. Now, the detail of interest from Splashdown can be found whenever you go too far out of bounds. So a Kraken tentacle will appear and bat you back towards the course. I mean, as far as ways to keep players in bounds goes, this is pretty impressive. So to end today's video, let's take a look at the Eggcellent Minecraft. Now, my kids love Minecraft, so I've been looking for a reason to include it in a video, and luckily I now have one. If you place a music disc in a jukebox, a song will play. I know, pretty mind-blowing. Well, if a parrot happens to be nearby, this will happen. So the parrot will dance along to the music. If you manage to gather a lot of parrots, you can have yourself quite the parrot rave. Oh, and if you happen to know any more cool details like this from Minecraft, then please let me know. I'd love to show Amelia and Freddy. Those are my children, by the way, not two random people. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then leaving a like is really appreciated. Remember, if you are a fan of Easter eggs, secrets, and tiny details in games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.